Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a little bit of a talking video about something that I find is really important for artists to understand better so that they can be more creatively fulfilled and prevent various issues that will prevent them from doing the art that they love. I'm going to be talking about creative burnout and how I experienced this. And I have 3 tips for you at the end to help not only prevent, but deal with burnout when you're experiencing it. But first off, I figured I would discuss shortly what I am doing in this art video. I am working on a watercolor commission for a good friend of mine. As always, I have all the materials listed down below. I want to quickly insert a definition of burnout just so everybody knows what I'm talking about in this video. So doing a quick Google search, I found the definition of burnout being physical or mental collapse caused by overwork or stress. Right before we get into my tips for you guys, I did want to discuss a little bit about the risks of burnout, because I think the term burnout gets thrown out here and there, and the seriousness of it isn't always seen, I think. What I mean by the seriousness of it is that if you are chronically burned out and are working on your projects for clients or things here and there, you're not giving yourself adequate time to reset and rest and reevaluate how you're doing, you will get closer and closer to a place where you are hating creating. And this is the main thing I want to focus on in this video, but also in general my brand as sort of this artist that's trying to share with you guys how to take care of yourself and your craft. And the main thing is you don't want to get to a point where you are actively hating the work. A lot of us get into freelance art and a freelance lifestyle so that we can do what we love. And even if you're doing it part-time, but you're getting so burned out, it feels so overwhelming that you want to give up, that is not fair to your creative fulfillment. I want to help you stand up against that need to overwork yourself and this idea that with art making comes suffering and you have to overwork yourself to prove that you're a good artist. Burnout is a really serious thing, and at the beginning you can definitely come back from it, but if you are chronically feeling burned out, you will give up and you will stop making art. And I don't want you guys to kill your dreams. I want you to be able to continue making art and loving it till the day you die, if that's what you want to do. And as many of you saw with this last month during vlogoween, I definitely started to hit a breaking point with creating content every single day, and I did have a vlog where I basically discussed feeling burned out. So I definitely know firsthand, and it's fresh in my mind, what this sort of feeling is like. But I am really happy that I was able to still complete both Inktober and my vlogs for just about every day, and I definitely feel like I learned a lot. Overall though, I really felt it was important to practice my vlogging skills as well as showing a really authentic view into an artist taking on a challenge like Inktober with some sort of timeline and deadline. I knew going into it that there were going to be really hard days, and there were going to be lots of days that I didn't want to do the video component. There would be a lot of other days when I didn't want to do the inking component, and there were going to be a lot of days that I just didn't want to talk to the camera because I was overwhelmed, I was anxious, or I was just tired. For a lot of you following along, saw that I hit a wall. Honestly, a lot of what did it for me and why I felt a bit of a breaking point in this particular vlog was all of the editing that went into doing daily videos on top of everything else. I'm happy that I was able to share my sort of burnout story in that video, and I wanted to expand on that just a little bit in this video to share my experience with burnout. For me, I definitely experienced burnout in the sense of getting sort of locked up. I feel like there's just too much. I get overwhelmed. My anxiety gets a little out of control. I start to catastrophize a little bit. And this is not new for me. This is definitely something in my own mental health that I've had to deal with for years and years. And I will be the first to admit that this is something I do. And my brain kind of blows everything out of proportion when I feel burned out. And this is a big reason why preventing burnout is such a big deal for me, because once I get to that headspace, it's really difficult for me to just pick myself back up and keep going. I end up needing a much longer break than I normally would if I'm feeling burned out by, say, just working on an illustration 4 hours on end. When I'm feeling this sense of just overwhelm, when I've gone a little bit too far without taking care of myself properly, I end up needing a lot more care, and any projects and things I'm working on that have deadlines have the potential of suffering. So I wanted to list a few tips I had to help with burnout. My first tip for you is that short breaks can make a huge difference. So this is something that I want you to take into account when you're working on different projects, or maybe if you're just doing admin things, working on your Etsy shop. No matter what it is, you need to be taking breaks, mental breaks and physical breaks, pretty often. Now, what often means to you could mean something completely different from me, and so that's something that you need to check in with yourself and make sure that you're doing what you need to take care of your mental and physical health. Like I mentioned, for me, if I go just a little bit too long without taking a break or checking in with what I need, I end up going down a bit of a rabbit hole and things feel a lot more overwhelming real fast. What I'm trying to really hone in on here is that taking smaller breaks here and there and having that built into your schedule can actually help prevent needing to take much longer periods of time and longer overall periods of time away from your work. My second tip for you today is to make sure to check in and listen to what your body needs. So this is your physical needs. This could mean getting up to go to the bathroom, or getting up and stretching, actually eating food, staying hydrated in general, or maybe even needing to take a nap, as long as you're able, if you're the type of person that can actually take a short nap and get back to it, that's great. I'm not one of those people, but that could be something that your body needs. Sometimes it's even a matter of getting up from your chair, going for a bit of a walk, maybe walking your dog or going for a little walk around the block that really doesn't take too long, but that change of scenery can help both your mental and physical health and help you reset a little bit and get back into the right headspace to continue working on your projects. My third tip is all about how prevention is the best medicine for burnout. Take these first two tips about taking breaks and listening and honing in on what you need at that moment, and take that information and set that into your schedule. Make a calendar or make notifications on your phone so that you are regularly taking breaks, especially if you feel like you don't need them. In the moment, a lot of the time we feel like, no, we can push through, or it's fine. I need to get this done, so I don't have time for any sort of break. And really, as long as you are taking small breaks that won't affect the overall completion of the project, and if you have alarms set up for it and you're strategic about how you're taking your breaks, you shouldn't need to have this panic over a deadline or something like that if you're planning ahead. So that is my last tip for you, is to really focus on preventing getting to a place of burnout by using your phone, a calendar, notifications, things like that to schedule these breaks for yourself so that you don't have to be concerned about missing these opportunities or even missing times where you need to be checking in with yourself, because we often get very focused on our projects and we ignore what we need at any given point. Okay guys, I hope this was a helpful video and you enjoyed this sort of content. These types of videos about self-care and taking care of yourself as an artist to make sure that you are as creatively fulfilled as possible are my favorite types of videos to film. So let me know down below if you enjoyed this kind of content, or if there's a particular topic in general that is similar to what I talked about today that you'd love to hear about. I will definitely bump that up in priority on my video list. And if you're interested in hearing more about topics like these and the kind of art I do and behind the scenes, a little bit of vlogging here and there, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything. And like this video to let me know that you enjoyed content like this so I can continue making this for you guys. As always, I hope you guys have a creatively fulfilled day, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!